Chapter 6, Sorcha. Remember to subscribe if you enjoy. Aislinn opens her apartment door, her puffy eyes widening as she sees you and Gabe. Quinn, Gabe, what are you... oh, you don't know how this works? You call me in a panic. I rush over to the best lawyer in the town. And for the record, I'm more than happy to be beckoned across town for this. She gives you a grateful, albeit wary smile and moves aside. I guess that beats rooftop access, as long as you don't mind the mess. Her apartment is immaculately clean, except for the books, papers strewn across her coffee table and couch. She nervously clears the couch as she walks past. Make yourselves at home. I'll make a pot of something. Aislinn, you sit. I'll make the tea. Thanks. She sinks onto the couch as you head into the kitchen. You set the kettle to boil and find some mugs and tea bags. If it's not too difficult, bring me up to speed on your grandmother's situation. Quinn said she had an accident a few weeks ago. And she's been placed in a home under a conservatorship, but I can't get a hold of her guardian, Oliver. I've been calling, leaving messages every day since the hospital gave me his number. I get nothing. Soon the water's boiling. You pour 3 mugs of tea and bring them to the next room, settling next to Aislinn on the couch. Have you spoken with the staff at our nursing home? Several times over the phone. I tried explaining. I've offered to testify to her competency, and I've even said I'll stand in as guardian. Sounds like a good start. She smiles weakly as you press a mug into her hand. She holds it tightly, drawing strength from the warmth. It would be, but nothing's worked. They just hear me out and repeat the same form of response about following court protocol. You shoot Gabe a troubled look. It sounds like Aislinn is right to be worried. Have you mentioned that you're a lawyer? Not yet. I wasn't sure if that would help things, to be honest. Really? I think not mentioning it was the right move. You think so? I keep wondering whether I should have been more aggressive. Maybe if I told them I was gonna take them to court, Nana would be home by now. No, or maybe they'd also have the guard up. Start making it really hard for you to reach her Nana, or they'd forward you to their attorney. Quinn's right. From the way this conservator's avoiding you, it sounds like there's more going on here than a single screw-up. Exactly. And the words, I'm a lawyer, tend to spook bad actors. If we don't know who or what we're dealing with, neither should they. So you think I'm being paranoid? You think there might be something more going on here? It's certainly starting to sound that way. You haven't managed to reach the guardian. What about your grandmother? Have you been able to speak to her? No, they said it's standard policy that it's better for their patients to acclimate to their community without outside distractions. Oh, yeah, no, this is going to be a field day. What kind of policy is cutting residents off from their loved ones for weeks? Complying with the court order is one thing. You'd think that there would be exceptions for family. If we want answers, we're going to have to be creative. Good thing that's our specialty. Aislinn, what's happening with your Nana's house? The deed's in her name, which means it has to be included in the conservatorship. They have control of all of her assets? It's standard in situations like this. Luckily, it also gives us something to work with. Aislinn, do you have a number handy? I think these people are due for another call. Can we get them to talk? What do we have on them that I didn't before? Me. She grabs the nursing home's contact details posted on the fridge and hands them to Gabe. Here, the night staff is extra snotty, so don't be afraid to give them hell. Gabe dials the number and sets it to speaker as the phone dials. Wait a second, Gabe. I think I'm the one who should call. Sit back and watch the master at work. With that level of confidence, how could I refuse? Ooh, I get to put on my hell-raising hat. Let's go. Gabe hands you the phone just as somebody picks up. Green Gardens Care, how may I help you? You put on the most firm, professional-sounding voice you can muster. Hi there, this is Quinn Michaels, with Michaels Realty. I'm a listing agent for property owned by one of your residents, Sorcha Flannery. I have a few questions I need to ask her before I can list her former property. Unfortunately, we can't let anyone visit a resident without approval from their guardian. Well, I don't need a visitor. All I need is a 2-minute phone call with her. Can you get me her room number? None of the D wards. Rooms have private phones, I'm afraid. Is there a communal phone I can contact her on? I really do need some answers on this as soon as possible. You hear a note of suspicion creep into her voice. If you're really the realtor, you must know financial questions should be put to the legal guardian. Aislinn slides a business card towards you. I'm having trouble getting him to return my calls. It's Oliver Reed, right? Would you be able to confirm his number? Someone listing a house he's in charge of should already have a current number. Either way, I'm afraid I can't pass along any personal information about the residents or their guardians. We already have enough. The line goes dead. You look to Gabe and Aislinn. She's in D ward, that's something. Not if we can't get inside. Clearly our guardian has her on lockdown. If we want to speak to Sorcha, well, we're not going to be able to do it through official channels. What other channels are there? Surely, to attorneys as creative as you can, think of something a bit outside the box. She's in a nursing home, not Alcatraz. Are you saying we should sneak in? I'm saying nursing homes have a high turnover and a hell of a lot of contract workers. So you're saying we should sneak in? Still, it's risky, and even if we make it to D ward, we won't be able to talk to her for long. We don't need long. We just need to get her a cell phone she can hide in her room. Then she can tell me what's really happening in there. Sneak in the nursing home! Diamond choice! It's very interesting for this to be a diamond choice, but okay. A lot of diamonds for that choice. After a quick stop to buy a prepaid phone, you and Aislinn stake out the nursing home from your car. It looks kind of nice. The nice-looking ones have the most secrets. You watch the color drain from her face. Hey, I didn't mean to make you paranoid. I'm sure your Nana's doing okay. That's fine, I just wonder how we're getting in. I'm thinking we enter the lobby as guests, sneak in through the back. Let's try back. I love my city, how many sirens go off when I'm trying to record every day. We'll head towards the terrace we saw when we circled the building, then climb in that way. You don't think we'll get spotted? There's nobody outside, but let's get in there before that changes. You're making your way to the building as inconspicuously as possible when she starts to lag a few feet behind you. Quinn, I'm having some serious doubts. You hurry back to her and grab her shoulders. Aislinn, this is not the time or place to panic. What if we make it worse? If we get made, I won't be able to see Nana for who knows how long. Aislinn, this is our chance to get to the bottom of this. I don't need to reiterate the stakes to you. There's no guarantee of when you'll get to see her if we don't do this. You're right. I won't screw this up because I can't afford to. We got that burner phone, right? You urgently feel around your empty pockets. Oh my god, Just kidding, I have it. She powers ahead of you, grinning over her shoulder. Oh, aren't you a smartass? You and Aislinn slip in silently through the back door, which makes an unnerving creak as it closes. You instantly look at Aislinn. Nobody heard that, I hope. Gerald, you better not be out on the terrace. Quick, just play along with me. Straighten your back and adjust your clothes right as the nurse stomps into the corridor and spots you. Thank God, we've been looking everywhere for the staff. We just finished our visit when we encountered an issue. What kind of issue? We went to use the restroom before hitting the road, and the toilet was clogged with Jell-O? Oh, I told Daphne to stop flushing her food. No one's going to recognize it as a protest for God's goodness sake. You ever try getting a toilet stopped up with Jell-O? How much Jell-O did they put in the toilet? She storms off into the bathroom. Jell-O? No time to reflect on my brilliant ideas. Let's find your Nana. Afterwards, you and Aislinn roam the labyrinth halls of the nursing home until you find D ward. How are you going to find your Nana? We don't have time to knock on every door. I've got this. She clears her throat, then starts singing in a loud, clear voice. I've been a wild rover for many years. Door swings open down the hall. A small, wizened woman sticks her head out. And I've spent all my money on whiskey and beer. Aislinn's eyes glisten as she practically flies through the ward into the woman's arms. Nana,
Come inside, my little love, before the bastards find you.
Oh, okay. She looks at you appraisingly.
You too, handsome.
Shut the bedroom door behind you and stand quietly by Aislinn. She clings to her grandma.
I'm doing everything I can to get you back home, I promise. Oh, don't fret, love. I know you would be, and I know you will.
You tense up as you hear a voice through the door. You look meaningfully to Aislinn, who steps back and pulls out the cell phone. I'm sorry. I wish we could stay a lot longer, but we only came to give you this. Aislinn hands Sorcha the phone.
I've already programmed in my number and Mom's so that you can talk to us whenever you want, but you have to be careful. Whoever's doing this to you doesn't want you to be able to talk to us. Oh, do you think this is a first contraband item? Don't worry. I won't let the fuzz get their hands on it.
I like her. She wriggles her fingers, and you realize she's already stashed the phone without either of you seeing where. Nice trick, Miss Flannery. She smiles slyly at you.
And who might you be, helping my little Aislinn smuggle items in a vanilla nightmare?
I'm, a friend. She clasps your hand.
You must be a very good friend. The best.
You hear a voice down the hall and the sound of an approaching footsteps.
Now get out of here before one of the ingrates finds you. Through the window, it's a soft landing.
Before you have time to think, Sorcha unlatches the window and practically pushes the two of you out of it. You force yourself not to shout as you plummet a full story and land in a pile of leaves with Aislinn at your side.
Get down.
Scramble, submerging yourself in leaves. A moment later, you hear the voice at the window.
You see nothing.
But I could have sworn I heard another voice in here.
I thought I was supposed to be able to be the batty old lady, and here you are, hearing voices or some such.
Aislinn giggles at your side as the window slides shut.
Is it crazy that I enjoyed this?
Who are you and what have you done with Aislinn? Listen, she's as adventurous as her Nana. That's a good thing. Means it runs in the family. On the ride back, Aislinn turns to you.
Thank you for helping Nana, Gwen. I owe you one.
You can buy me a coffee. It's no trouble.
Seriously, what we just did was the definition of trouble.
No different than the trouble I somehow always find myself in. Now let's figure out how much we want to tell Gabe. You can't help but take heart at how much livelier she seems with the rest of the drive back into the city. The next morning, Gabe calls you and Aislinn into his office. Forget from the grin Aislinn's been wearing since she got in. I'm guessing last night went well. About as well as sneaking contraband into a nursing home could have gone. And have you heard from her yet?
Pretty much every hour on the hour. She's been texting me instructions for stuff to do around her house. Not to mention a million mean nicknames for her least favorite staff members, so she's okay.
I like her already.
Me too.
Has she been mistreated at all?
Thank God, no. She actually told me under other circumstances she might like the place. The circumstances that would allow her to call someone, presumably, and where she had not been forced there against her will.
All that subterfuge definitely confirms what we suspected. Something bigger is going on here. Aislinn, stay on your Nana's case today. Take Lucy and look at any conservatorship approved by the city in the last 5 to 10 years.
Thanks, Gabe.
I see what they're going for. Okay. She heads out looking more optimistic than you've seen her in weeks. I'm guessing that means you have something else for me? 6 potential new clients walked in 10 minutes ago. You in? Oh, what sort of question is that? Of course I'm in. You follow Gabe into the conference room. 6 people in business casual sit across the table with paper cups of coffee. Alright, everyone, what can Ricci and Associates help you with? Thanks so much for seeing us. Basically, well, this might sound kind of dumb.
I think we should let Deborah explain. She'll lay it out most clearly. Deborah? I guess that means I've been nominated as our spokesperson, though I'm not sure how to explain our problem. We're not even sure you can help.
Why don't you, tell us how you heard about us?
Actually, it's just luck. I caught a piece about you winning some intellectual property case on the news yesterday.
Alright, well, is this a copyright dispute?
No, nothing like that. It's complicated. I guess I hope that anyone who could win a case as hard as that anchor's made it sound might even be able to help our case too.
When you say your case is complicated, what do you mean?
Every winter, the office pools together and buys a stack of lotto tickets. At the holiday party, everyone draws one at random.
This isn't a gift from management? Precedent on gifts is fairly specific.
No, it isn't a gift. Everyone uses their own money, and we all give the same amount.
Almost everyone. Greg's the only one who's never contributed. But he gets a ticket regardless.
The tickets draw the highlight of a party. It would be awkward not to include him.
Okay, let me guess. Greg's ticket won. Deborah nods sheepishly. How big a win are we talking?
Well, we did a little rough math, and it's in tens of millions of dollars after taxes. But this isn't about us being jealous or trying to take his win away from him. The office has an agreement.
What kind of agreement? That you all probably split it 5 ways, or, well, 7 in this case.
Any win under 500 goes to the ticket holder, but any win over that gets split evenly between the pool. But he's refusing to give anyone else the office so much as a dime.
We got a kid on the way. Even a fraction of the price would go a long way for me, and Greg knows that. Sounds to me like the best way to make this right is to find out how to get Greg to comply. And with that in mind, is this an agreement written on one?
No.
We all speak about it every year. Greg agreed to it. They call that the handshake agreement. It's an agreement spoken of word and not of a written one. It's hard to honor that nowadays. Do you have a record of who contributed?
I just collect cash from everyone. It's a small enough office to notice who chips in and who doesn't.
Cash. So, your credit card details aren't even on receipt. What about ticket numbers?
I'm afraid not. There's nothing to prove he didn't buy the ticket himself, which he made sure to tell us when we reached out.
Okay, that changes things. Unfortunately, do you at least have any examples of agreement being upheld before now? My ticket won $3,000 2 years ago. I split it between everyone. Okay, was Greg an employee at the time?
He just started working for us, and yes, he got a cut.
When I reminded him about it, he said that what I'd chosen to do with my own money was my own business. Legally speaking, he may be right.
What? It can't be as simple as that, can it?
Maybe not. Gabe, is there any relevant precedent here? Specifically on office pools? Not that I'm aware of. Unfortunately, there's a precedent on employers trying to claim gifts. I'm sorry to say it's on Greg's side. But it wasn't a gift. But he can claim that it was. Without evidence to the contrary, a judge would almost certainly agree.
So you're saying since we didn't keep any records...
We're saying that that'll make things harder. But that doesn't mean the case isn't winnable. Gwen is right, but we can't find some... if we can't find some solid evidence, it would be a seriously uphill battle. Oh, where was this party?
At the office. I'm not sure what you'll find there, but I'm happy to take you.
Greg won't get in the way. He hasn't come to work since he won. Surprise, surprise. Diamond choice. Let me just pull the last one and go, surprise, surprise, a diamond choice on trying to be, a good lawyer. What else is new? Let's head to the office. It's as good a place as any to start.
I'm really not sure what you think you'll find there.
Let us worry about that, Deborah. You head across town and follow Deborah upstairs to a tiny office.
Please take your time. We all agreed to put a pause on work today to see about the case.
Excellent. Is there a computer we can have access to?
My computer's here on the end. All the passwords you need are written in a notebook in the top drawer.
Gabe pulls open the drawer as she heads out, leaving the office in your hands. Here's the password for her email or personal social media. Even the patient portal for a doctor's office listed in here. Oh, she's one of those. Swear to God, if the password is literally password, I'm done. This is one trusting office. I can see how easily someone could have taken advantage. Who organizes a lottery pool without any sort of contract? Not everyone went to law school, Quinn. Hey, listen, you don't need to. Listen, you really don't need to. It's called You Should Always Educate Yourself. This is New York City. If money's involved, you get it in writing. It's common sense. Wish, common sense isn't common anymore. Hopefully this will be a very meaningful but not painful lesson for them. He rattles Deborah's mouse clicking into her browser. We'll start with the emails. Nobody organizes anything in this office like this without an awkwardly long email chain. Are you speaking from experience? Let's just say I should still shudder from when I read the words Secret and Santa in succession. Oh, here it is. The first email was sent out in early November, and there are 37 replies. You lean over his shoulder and read. Deborah's email. It's that time again, folks. A holiday party lotto pool is underway. I'll be collecting at lunch on Monday. Fingers crossed this year we all win big. Yeah, wording is too vague. There's nothing specific about a buy-in, or about how they plan to split the winnings. Greg's the only person in the office who didn't even reply to the email chain. We can't even prove that he saw it. Are there, any emails from Greg at all? Not a lot, and what's here is all business. He doesn't bother with pleasantries, even his email signature. So it's reasonable to believe that he might delete any emails unrelated to work. An effective lawyer could certainly sell that to a jury. You notice a chat app icon on Deborah's desktop. Open Colleagues. Maybe the office has a channel? Gabe clicks the app. It opens to reveal a long list of active channels, including one dedicated to the lotto pool. There. See if Greg's a member. He's listed and he's responded in the channel, though not much. But check out the channel's description. Splitting the cost, splitting the win. It's better than the email chain, but it's not quite the smoking gun I was hoping for. Let's keep looking. You and Gabe spend the next few hours working through the office, methodically, checking every email, every memo, every post-it, every holiday card. Finally, you head downstairs to the break room. You can scan the space with your eyes and spot a small white device in the corner. Gabe, is that a camera? Gabe follows your gaze to a camera and he leans in to examine it. It's better than a camera, it's a burrow. I'm sorry, a what? These things record in high definition with audio and send the footage straight to your cloud. I'll only get Deborah over here to help us out. You place a quick call to Deborah, who arrives at the office in minutes. Did you find something? Potentially. Who monitors the burrow cam in the break room? The comedy bot. The footage goes through me. When did you install it? Last year. Someone broke in from the alley and made off with a couple of laptops, so I set it up and aimed it at the door. So you're constantly recording the break room. Do you keep the footage? I have no idea. I have it set to alert me if there's any movement between 6 p.m. and 7 a.m. Other than that, I don't touch it. So you haven't deleted anything? Not that I know of. I guess it all goes just to the cloud. Oh, God. Now we have to go through all this footage. We're gonna need more people for this shit. Can we access your cloud via your computer? The password wasn't with the others. Sure. Let me just dig up the login info. Wonderful. We'll let you know if we'll find anything. Until you do, I'll be at the cafe around the corner. I need some herbal tea to calm down. Bet you do. You and Gabe head back upstairs to Deborah's computer, open the footage, and start searching through months' worth of video archives. What was the date of the party? It was the first email chain, December 12th. He finds the video file and scrolls past hours of an empty break room until... Stop. I think this might be it. The break room is decorated with tinsel and fake snow. The office staff stands in a merry circle, sipping beers and chatting animately with each other. The music comes to an abrupt stop, then changes to Gold Digger as Deborah enters the room with a sparkling gold Santa hat in hand.
Ho, ho, ho! You all paid for it, but is everyone ready for the annual chance of a Christmas cheer?
The staff clap and cheer. She pulls a handful of lottery tickets out of the hat and waves them over her head.
So ready.
There's a little bungalow in Florida with my name on it, baby. I'm sorry. I thought you were having a little one, like, so you lied. Oh, what a surprise. In the corner, a weedy man rolls his eyes. Oh, I wouldn't have hired this piece of shit on the spot. I'm serious.
Now, let me remind everyone of the rules.
If any of us wins more than 500, we all split it equally. We know, Deborah, you only say it 50 times a year. Oh, shit. Well, ask the smoking gun in court.
I'm sorry to be a pain. I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page.
You're fine, Deborah. Hey, Greg's just being Greg. I agree to the rules.
I do too.
I agree and promise to share. Hey, turn and look at Greg. Yes, I agree. Can we get on with it already? Deborah smiles, satisfied, and hands out the lotto tickets. He pauses the video and notes the timestamp. I think we better find our clients. Yep, you win. Congratulations. 10 million split 7 ways is 1.25, give or take, million apiece. You meet Deborah and her colleagues at a nearby cafe. Please say you have good news. Congratulations. We have enough evidence to pursue a very lucrative settlement. No promises, but if this goes how I think it will, you're all gonna be soon-to-be millionaires. The barista drops his jug as your clients burst in the catacomb, shrieking and crying. Oh my god, I can finally take a vacation. For you know it, Deborah has swept you and Gabe into a group hug. Hell, with even just $500,000, I could buy my family a home. I could actually get, like, a week break and not do content and, you know, actually do some on my bucket list, but, you know.
Thank you, Gabe. Thank you, Quinn. I'm gonna refer everyone I know to your firm.
Me too, and half of the internet. You grin as Gabe clears his throat. You enjoy seeing him cling to composure amid so much joy. We're glad we could help. You won for your client's boast. Okay, so we didn't even go to court yet. I was hoping to deal with Greg in court. One by one, your clients rush out to tell their loved ones the good news. Soon it's just you and Gabe in the booth. We just changed the lives of an entire office full of people. Don't stop there. A win like that will get the firm the kind of buzz we need right now. He looks at you, AI shining with pride, and something more. I think this calls for one fancy-ass latte. When you say fancy-ass, I want the works. Gold plating on the cup, intricate foam art, chocolate sprinkles, also coated in gold. I was gonna say it, but you know. Whatever abomination you order, please get it to go. We have a multi-million-dollar settlement to negotiate. Exactly. We just had a huge win. Don't we deserve a treat? You and I have very different ideas of what constitutes a treat. Why punish the poor baristas? Fine. But I want to puff a whatever cigar you like, and if I choke it out, you can't be upset. No deal. I'll meet you at 2 fingers of really good whiskey, keeping us safe for VIP clients. Really? Not 3? Whatever. You half laugh, half sigh as you follow him at the door. The next day, you take a break from the settlement details and head for the break room to caffeinate. Ash, I'm making coffee. You want to top up? Raise an eyebrow when she doesn't call back. You stop by the door to her office and look inside. She's at her desk, a highlighter in hand. She reads a stack of papers with laser focus. You recognize the look on her face. Have you found something?
I'm working on a list of all the new conservatorships assigned to Green Gardens Nursing Home in the past year. Thank God court records are public.
How many are there?
At least 3. Tell me if you've seen a pattern here. Sean Gregson, 74, admitted directly from Bellborough General with a broken arm. Lillian Redolovsk, 75, admitted directly from Bellborough General with a minor car accident. Doug Jones, 77, admitted directly from Bellborough General with a fractured wrist. They're all minor injuries and weird. And they're all coming from the same hospital. These patients were all admitted from the same hospital. They were all placed under conservatorship and sent to Green Gardens straight from Bellborough General Hospital. Exactly. The same hospital Nana was sent to after her fall. Huh. But what would make a hospital stand to gain from something like this? As an entity, nothing I can think of. Plus, Bellborough's state-run. I'm guessing the hospital itself isn't involved, but someone there has to be. Do you have more details on the other people placed under the conservatorship? Their financial statuses or family situations? We'll have a better chance of finding out who's targeting them if we know what criteria they're using to pick these people. I completely agree, but that's not public record. Their names are all too common for an internet search to be any use. Oh, listen. You just need to dig hard enough. Trust me, I can, anyone can find anyone on the internet if you give it enough motivation. Had to clarify that. When it sounds like you need to get to the hospital and find out who's declaring these people mentally unsound after a minor injury. I was hoping you'd say that. I'm coming with you. Aislinn, I wouldn't say rash, because we've already done that. We're going to destroy whoever's doing this. Legally, financially, emotionally. They'll never be able to do this to another vulnerable person ever. My thoughts exactly. We're going to Dexter them. You raise an eyebrow as you follow Aislinn into the gleaming lobby of Bellborough General. I think we can guess which financial bracket Sean Gregson, Lillian, and Doug fall into. As much as I want to assume the worst of these people, Bellborough serves a pretty wide range. Not everyone who comes here is high income. But your Nana has money, yes, which is probably why she eventually wound up in the orthopedics ward on the 4th floor. For a broken ankle? Apparently, they made a huge fuss about checking her hips and head for fractures. She said they put her through half a dozen scans. So they wanted a bunch of money, and because she was rich, she had the money to cover those scans. I mean, she's a money sink. That sounds like they were playing it safe. No. Yeah, well, according to Nana, they only started playing it safe after they saw how high her coverage was. Told you. Aislinn strides towards the elevator, jamming her thumb into the button. Take Aislinn's hand, drawing her gently away from the elevator doors. Hey, slow down. Let's take a second to plan this thing. She takes a deep breath and lets her forehead rest against yours. You're right. We need to cover story that'll get us answers without raising suspicion. Any bright ideas? Right now, my brain is firing on exactly one cylinder. Help Nana. Let's just say we're, court-appointed conservators. That's not going to be easy without ID and paperwork. Hopefully it won't come to that. We just need to bluff our way through until we find out orderly Sorcha said arranged her transfer. From what Nana told me on our last call, it shouldn't be too hard to get them to talk to us. They're not the brightest bulbs. Good. Hopefully they'll let slip why her case was flagged for the courts. Aislinn nods, standing aside as the elevator doors open to unload a group of young doctors. I'll follow your lead. It might be best to you do most of the talking on this one. Got it. You're the brains on the stunningly attractive face. What the hell is my cat yelling at? That's not remotely what I said. And yet, it's all I heard. You exit the elevator on the 4th floor and follow the signs to the orthopedic ward. The nurse stands at the reception desk, tapping away at the computer. Hi there, I was wondering if you could help us. One sec. Nurse finishes typing and looks up. Sorry, it's been a madhouse here all day. What can I do you for? I'm Tennessee Walker. This is my colleague Britt Wananabe.
We're from the city court. Looking for a couple of your orderlies. What were their names, Britt? Aislinn pulls up her phone, opening a text chain with Sorcha to find the info she needs. Damon Weiss and Sarah Romero? Are they in trouble? No. We just need to ask them a few questions about one of our conservatives. Are they working today? Sure, I'll page them for you. Ah, thank you. You and Aislinn exchange a satisfied look as the nurse scurries off, pager in hand. So far, so good. Let's see what Idjit and Giggles have to say for themselves. Oh, Idjit. Idjit. I've never seen it spelled that way. I've only heard of it. It's on Supernatural. Don't at me. Your Nana thinks highly of them, huh? As far as Nana goes, these nicknames are pretty tame. A few minutes later, two orderlies approach the desk. Are you the people from the court? The conservators? The female orderly laughs. That's what he said, isn't it? I already hate you already. Do you remember a woman named Sorcha Flannery? The Scottish lady? Sure. Irish. Same difference. Oh god, you want to kill people right now. Moving on, we've had some paperwork misfiled on our end. Do you know who referred Miss Flannery to the court in the first place? If you're from the court, shouldn't you already know that? You're taking the cocky young orderly stance and adjust your approach. Are you serious? We have 90 different departments and none of them talk to each other. Come on, guys. Don't make me call your superiors. We haven't too many stops to make today to mess around. Either you tell us what we need to know, or we can make a whole thing out of it. We can't get in trouble for this, can we? It all depends on how nice your bosses are, and how nice our bosses are. Exchange a worried look. But Carl Goodall told me. Damon, stop talking right now. You ever just want to punch somebody in the face? You and Aislinn stare, stunned, as Jacqueline strides up the corridor. Who's this guy? Jacqueline. I thought I smelled overpriced cologne. You can do better than that, Quinn. I smell like a very masculine rose garden, and I pay exactly the right amount for the privilege.
He does smell great, Quinn.
Wait, Aislinn, whose side are you on? Fine. I thought I heard a rattle as you slithered off the elevator. That's better, if a little derivative.
Why are you here?
He gestures to the orderlies. Damon and Sarah are now clients of McGraw-Byrne. Clients of who now? Big law firm in Midtown? Wait, does that mean we can get into trouble for... As your attorney, I'm strongly advising you to shut up. Jacqueline, you... If you want to speak to them, you'll have to go through me. And Martin. I'd like to know how, and I just want to skip to next week, but McGraw-Byrne isn't finished making problems for you. Can you fight through them to reach the truth? Keep playing to find out. Alright. Without further ado, I'm gonna go punch Martin a few times in the, ass. I would have said other things, but anyway, hopefully you all gain some humor from what I do. I try and make you laugh. Remember, if you did enjoy the content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And without further ado, you know what to do in the description. So, let me know what you think about this chapter. Let me know what you think about the book. So far, I'm entertained, I guess. I'm just curious why Martin and Jacqueline are involved in this. That's my only question. This is literally and figuratively my only question, but, yeah. It does involve big hospital, big state, big everything, and basically this is a case that actually may break Martin and the firm, so We'll see. We'll see. If this goes the right way, I'm hoping, and we'll see. Though I love you. Thanks for watching. You all mean a lot to me. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.